Almost every smoker wants to stop. Most have tried, and the reality is most fail in their early attempt. That failure usually comes with a heavy dose of shame, but the shame is misplaced. Nicotine is one of the most chemically addictive substances known to science. By some scientific measures, it rivals or exceeds heroin in how tightly it grips the brain's reward pathways. Take a look at this chart mapping the outcomes of quitting smoking. Between 95 and 97% of these attempts fail, leaving a marginal success rate of just 3 to 5%. This occurs because willpower is a finite source. It steadily depletes throughout the day, hitting its lowest point in the evening, which is exactly when nicotine cravings hit their peak. Failing to quit smoking is the result of stepping into a predictable biological trap. Without the proper equipment to beat the addiction, we have to separate the chemical craving from the harmful delivery system of smoke. Nicotine replacement therapy. Things like patches, gum, and lozenges feed the brain clean nicotine to reduce the shock of withdrawal without introducing the harmful chemicals found in smoke. For maximum efficacy on your quit day, apply a sustained release patch for baseline control and use fast-acting gum whenever a sudden craving hits. Then there are prescription tools like phenylephrine. This medication blocks the brain pleasure receptor for smoking while simultaneously dampening withdrawal symptoms. This multiplier effect diagram shows what happens when you combine these medical interventions with behavioral support. That baseline 5% success rate stacks up, increasing a smoker's chance of success by up to 10 times. Daily routines are full of behavioral triggers. Morning coffee, driving to work, or eye stress. These require a pre-planned physical action. When one of these triggers fires, you need to understand the 5-minute rule. A craving feels endless, but it has a very strict lifespan. These line graphs map a craving's anatomy. It rapidly spikes, hits an intense peak, then crashes. You don't have to destroy it. The x-axis reveals the steep line decline begins exactly after the 5-minute mark. Just endure the peak. Surviving a trigger is a matter of looking at your watch and writing out a 5-minute chemical wave. Even with the best strategies in place, relapsing and smoking a cigarette is a common part of the process. In reality, most successful quitters will make several documented attempts before they are finally able to break the cycle. Every relapse provides data. It identifies which triggers slipped past your defenses, so you can adjust your strategy for the next attempt. The payoff for adjusting that strategy is measurable. In minutes. In just 20 minutes, your heart rate and blood pressure begin to drop. By 12 hours, your blood carries oxygen normally again, moving past the 48-hour mark, where your senses return. The recovery continues between 2 and 12 weeks. Circulation and breathing improved. At 1 year, your risk of heart attack drops by half. At the 15-year mark, a former smoker's risk of heart disease is the same as someone who has never smoked. The human body is constantly trying to repair itself. Quitting at any age adds tangible years back to your life. The hardest part is making the decision to use the right tools today. Once you do, the body begins its own work.